Hello, you're watching Forex Trader Calendar on InstaForex TV channel with me, Kate Stichina. This time the traders' calendar is shifted to Monday from Friday for technical reasons. Traders' floors in the United States and Canada are closed on the bank holiday, Veterans Day and Remembrance Day. Besides, there are no major events in Europe and Asia. Tomorrow, traders are braced for the busy economic calendar. The UK is due to release a series of data on the labour market. However, the data will hardly change the market sentiment, as experts suggest pessimistic forecasts. The market will focus on the macroeconomic data slated for Wednesday. The UK will possess the data on consumer inflation for October. CPI eased the pace of growth considerably in September. The index sank to a 3-month low, though it approached the target level of 2% set by the Bank of England. Last time, the CPI report was bearish for the pound sterling. This time, analysts assume that consumer prices could have jumped to 2.5% in annual terms. Traders are likely to cheer a rebound in inflation in the context of little progress in the Brexit talks. Nevertheless, the optimism about fast inflation in the UK could be subdued by expectations of a strong inflation data from the United States. In the early hours of the North American session, traders will find out a consumer price index for October. In the previous months, consumer inflation in the United States eased marginally. The median forecast had projected the flat reading of 0.2%. On the minus side, an annual pace of inflation showed the slowest increase in the recent 7 months and came in at 2.3%. The chart of the US dollar index mirrors how much the inflation report discouraged the market. However, the index regained losses as soon as the US dollar finds solid support from the Federal Reserve, which confirmed its agenda for further rate hikes. The US CPI is expected to climb 2.5% on a yearly basis. Thus, anticipation of this report to boost demand for the US dollar. Apart from these market moves events, traders await a survey from the Center of European Economic Research, ZEF. The survey contains indicators of business sentiment in Germany and the general economic sentiment in the Eurozone. Next day on Wednesday, traders will meet research with the GDP data from Japan, about industrial production from China, and learn the same information from Eurozone. You were watching Forex Trader Calendar on InstaForex TV channel with me, Kate Stichina. We wish you profitable deals with InstaForex.